Let's read some Proverbs. I know I talked about that last week. So let's just actually read. So if you have the Bible app, you can read it on your phone. Or if you have the actual, some people call it Old Bessie. Why gotta be a Bessie? Why can't it be a Billy? But you can either have the Bible. Now I like this Bible because it's compact. I can stick it, in my purse if I need to, if I have a bigger purse. But right now my purse is too small. But and then it has these little I don't know what you call these, but they help you know where the scriptures are. But I'm pretty much know where they are because I've been reading a lot. But or you can use the Bible app. I use YouVersion, okay, and what I like about YouVersion is I can categorize subjects into a certain bookmark. And when I go and look up those bookmarks, then I can see all the scriptures under that subject. So that I love this. Then I can share. But it's always good to have this. It's always good to have this. Okay. I just feel like one day this not gonna be allowed. And then of course they say the CIA can listen through any device we have. They have access. So I feel like they both can be taken away. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we got to hide the word in our hearts. Okay. So today is, what's today? The 5th, 6th? Let's read Proverbs chapter, whatever today is. What is today for real? Today is the 5th. Okay. So let's start at read Proverbs chapter 5. Now this book right here is the King James version, but I think I'm going to read from the New King James Version from this, unless somebody prefers another version, but let's go with the King James. Okay. Let's see. All right. Proverbs 5. Y'all, normally, when you have with the U version, it's giving me all the chapters, right? And so normally with the King James Version, if you click on play, it'll read it for you. So you don't have to read. There's no excuse for getting the word these days. I mean, but I found a woman of color that reads. And it sounds so good. And you can speed up the reading if you need to. Like it can read in normal speed, or it can read 1.25 faster, 1.5. I think 1.5 is too fast though. 1.25 faster is a good pace. And then it's got 2 times faster. That's just too fast for me. Okay, so let's read Proverbs chapter 5. All right. I already know that this is about adultery and stuff and women, because I read it all the time, so I know. But let's read. Let's read because I don't want to take up too much of your time. I shouldn't even need these glasses for this, but we'll see. All right, it says, "My son, pay attention to my wisdom. Lend your ear to my understanding, that you may preserve discretion, and your lips may keep knowledge. For the lips of an immoral woman drip honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil, but in the end she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps lay hold of hell. Lest you ponder her path of life. Her ways are unstable. You do not know them. Therefore, hear me now, my children, and do not depart from the words of my mouth. Remove your way far from her, and do not go near the door of her house, lest you give your honor to others and your years to the cruel one, lest aliens be filled with your wealth and your labors go to the house of a foreigner. And you mourn at last when your flesh and your body are consumed, and say, how I have hated instruction, and my heart despised correction. I have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to those who instructed me. I was on the verge of total ruin in the midst of the assembly and congregation. Drink water from your own cistern. Drink water from your own cistern, and running water from your own well. Should your fountains be dispersed abroad, streams of water in the streets? Let them be only your own, and not for strangers with you. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of your youth. As a loving deer and a graceful doe, let her breast satisfy you at all times, and always be enraptured with her love. For why should you, my son, be enraptured by an immoral woman, and be embraced in the arms of a seductress? For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. His own iniquities entrap the wicked man, and he is caught in the cords of his sin. He shall die for lack of instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. Wow, what did you get out of that one? So you see how fast it didn't take long to read that. And a lot of times, like I said, when you're reading Proverbs, things will begin to stick out to you about your own life and also about others' lives. Now, I don't mean you go directly to that person and say, "The Lord told me blah 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 blah." You see it, and then you might have to pray about it and say, "Hey God, how can I reach this person? Because I just read your word, and now my eyes are open, and I see, that they're going in the wrong direction." And so you definitely want to be able to reach those people, and but yourself first. Look, a lot of people read the word and they always reading and thinking about somebody else, and not thinking about self. So we have to think about us. Like the word is a mirror for us. Okay, so we need to make sure. We used to say, we had a term where we said, "Pick the beam out your own eye." It means if you doing the same thing too, why are you talking about what somebody else doing? Get the speck out of get the mote out of your eye before you're talking about the speck in somebody else's. And so even that's in the New Testament too. So basically, just get used to reading the word, letting the Lord minister to you. We've been having an awesome Bible study. The pastor's talking about dreams now. Like I dream all the time. Like if I lay down to take a nap, I'm gonna have a dream. So I need to know, because God speaks to us that way. And if we don't know how to interpret dreams, how are we gonna know what God is saying? That's important. So next week, let's read Proverbs chapter 6 and see what we get out of that. I think this is gonna be a month of Proverbs. How about that?